takes over. It's a Sunday night in SLC, everybody. The grand finals is live. It's OpTic versus Shopify.
Starting things off with Cycle, a man that's been talked about quite a bit, but as you heard earlier, has a huge opportunity ahead of him, and he wins the first battle against Formal, eventually taken down 2 dead for both sides.
2v2, like you say, on our screens. Frosty last alive momentarily. Renegade looking for the kill. Will get it. That camo is still going to be 4-4 though. You can see Bound is already mid-map. Royal 2 having to hold off the push, and I think he's going to try and just take a little different angle to keep his shields. In the meantime, Bound swoops in, grabs that camo. First power-up belongs to OpTic.
As you said, good pressure there from OpTic to keep Royal 2 in front A courtyard. Eventually he's taken down as well, but it does also mean that Bound's able to get this camo and make some of the first plays of the game. We'll see if they can get some control here.
Fascinating that almost a minute into this round, nobody has got their hands on that oddball as yet. Both teams recognize numbers is the priority. Do not worry about that objective until we get those kills on the board. Royal 2, though, playing a sneaky little corner. He'll grab one himself, and finally we do see some time as Legend is going to steal that ball away.
Nicely done. However, 2 dead for OpTic Gaming, so Royal 2 knows he needs to try to take advantage of this with Legend alive here on benches. Should be a slow 3 dead. Now spawners up on B rails and around music.
Royal 2 grabs that oddball. First player on the team to do so. I'm as surprised as you are, as Bound will pick up a kill. 2 dead here for OpTic Gaming. Royal 2 now drops it off, tries to fly in, but OpTic do a good job of just holding the line there, making sure they don't go 3-4 dead, get those trades and keep it a little bit dicey.
Yeah, ball starts to be played by Shopify as it was 3 dead for them. However, Formal is right at the bottom of these stairs, but Frosty picks up an extra kill, which will now keep things interesting for Shopify. Here comes the driveway push.
And I think if all of the players on this main stage, someone who wants to make a point here is Frosty. Disappointing finals performances from him so far. We know that he is the catalyst for Shopify's success, but Renegade with that stick, getting that double kill, that little bit of luck, has kept this oddball in a neutral position. Couple of kills go the way of Shopify though, and last shot will grab that ball.
Was 3 dead for OpTic, a staggered 4. The only player alive that's really forward here is Legend. He's bottom tram, which means the ball might need to rotate out. 3 dead, last shot, last player alive.
Legend versus last shot. Neither of these players are going to miss many of those bullets when it comes to those engagements. Formal comes in to make sure it's not an even fist fight in that circumstance, and the ball is now being rotated back in towards tram for OpTic. There's a semblance of a setup starting to form here for them.
And really what feels like the first setup of the game here for OpTic Gaming, the first meaningful setup and the first meaningful hold, which has also led to the first meaningful lead, as they now lead by more than 20 points here at 30-7.
Last shot on Cycle, combining beautifully to take down Formal in that position. Bound's going to look for a play ball. 3 dead here for OpTic. Last player alive is going to be Legend. He manages to get out with 1, but Royal 2 immediately cleans up the damage. And having broken the setup that OpTic had at Tram, not only does Shopify Rebellion have that setup themselves, but Royal 2 with a beautiful first pick will keep OpTic on the back foot.
Really well done there, and just narrowly stays alive on C stairs, and going to continue challenging as well, just being really a nuisance and dealing even more damage to allow this hold to continue. And off of that damage, off of this hold, we're essentially at a tie game here.
Legend won't get the pick though, takes down Royal 2. Frosty's looking for a trade, not going to get it, as Bound, somehow miraculously having stayed alive a few moments ago, comes back to influence that team fight, and the break will now come in for OpTic. They have that ball back in their hands, and the score will start to head skywards for them. 44 points already on the board here.
This is a dangerous spot for Legend as well. He loves being here, just keeping players back at B pillars, angling himself away from the tire shots as well. He's doing a lot of damage and doing very well to stay alive while they continue scoring.
Excellent support as well from Renegade. You saw he had the Stalker rifle, which is going to be able to put that extra little bit of damage out. Legend looking for the repulse. Sticky doesn't get it this time around, and Cycle's actually going to bonk him on the head and take him down. 3 dead for OpTic. Shopify with a chance here with the camo cone up as well to get ball time as well as the power up.
So Royal 2 thought about going there. He's not able to get the angle just yet, so Frosty has to go across Laundry. Camo's still up bottom middle. Minor man advantage, and that will lead to the Shopify Rebellion grab, even though they had 1 dead.
Kill comes in. Can Royal 2 get away though? That's the question. There was a player on the B rails and he knows it. He's trying to just play his life for as long as possible. OpTic will hunt him down though. Cycle combining with Frosty in the back of Tram to get some kills, but Cycle now will be last alive. OpTic Gaming, fresh 4 dead from Shopify. And that will be an opportunity to grab this ball as Legend kills a spawner as well.
Big kill there. You can tell just how much extra advantage that's going to give them timing-wise. And look, he shots as well. He's got health. And he is just absolutely patrolling the driveway. That was a you shall not pass moment here from Legend as he continues to lock down that area. And why not? He'll grab the ball as well. Last shot was the last player alive for Shopify.
11-5 for Legend in this game. Double positive objective in his hands as well. 3v3 on the map right now, although Bound will fall, which gives the numbers advantage here to Shopify Rebellion. Trying to formulate a push here. Renegade's trying to find an angle and find a route to catch Royal 2 off guard, and he might just do so! Royal 2 turns around at just the last second, and somehow gets out of that situation with a trade.
Don't know how he avoided the back whack, but he did now as the ball starts to rotate. 2v2 on the map. Bound is going to be your last player alive, and he's the one on your screen.
2v2, ball is being rotated. Bound might be able to cut this off, but there's a great little angle being picked up here by Cycle to make sure that he didn't get away. Even though Legend is going to trade that one out, now 2 players from OpTic, the last alive on the pink street, and Frosty is just going to run that ball away from them.
Absolutely back and forth between these two. Look at the corner here. They're going to have to check this together. Formal checks it, but he actually does it on his own. Very nicely done. He could have had a 2v1 there, but instead Formal wins that 1v1. Still 2 dead for Shopify.
Legend might be able to grab this ball, actually, because Renegade was playing off of some damage. Royal 2 will get the trade kill for kill in that position, but with Royal 2 now being taken down, OpTic Gaming and Legend could move this ball in towards Tram. Camo coming up as well, and as we close in on the end of round number 1, no one looks like they're close enough outside of Frosty. 2 seconds to go here, 2 points needed. They all fall, and OpTic will strike first.
They make it look too easy with that final rotate as well. Legend knew exactly where he needed to get with that ball, and as you said, he knew immediately he could grab the ball on B stairs, begin the back tram rotate while the team continues to slay around him, and that's exactly what they do. OpTic Gaming takes the first round of ball.
Lots to talk about there with the decision-making of Legend, right? He sees what Renegade's doing. He knows there's damage. A lot of players might think, hey, I'm going to make sure we get these kills first. I'm going to make sure we secure the back of Tram, make sure that some weird play doesn't happen where all of a sudden the 2 players stay alive. He grabs the op ball, trusts Renegade to get those kills, and by doing so, just makes a little bit of a more difficult decision-making process happen for Shopify Rebellion. Just great awareness once again from Legend, using that objective so effectively.
And how about here, even though they're 2 dead, right? Still holding, still scoring. 25-0 off the opening, and like we said, the slaying and the map, both awareness and composition of the players, as 3 will fall in the end, give them such good opportunities for those early holds. However, now it's last shot with a camo, and still 3 dead for OpTic, and an opportunity to get right back in this round.
Last shot with camo, Frosty has Stalker, but OpTic, they're showing aggression here. They're trying to burst out of PD where they did squad spawn together. Last shot will get the beatdown, and almost as importantly, take no damage. Cycle probably going to look to rotate this one back down the pink street, but look at this damage coming in from last shot. This is the POV you want to see from this man.
Absolutely, and they're right back in it here, just about shy of the 20-point mark, and now they will cross it off of this hold. They do lose 1, but here comes the push from OpTic.
Going to be a mid-map push. Great timing on the push as well. You saw Renegade flying out alongside Legend to make sure that scenario was a 2v1. 3 dead, staggered 4 dead here for Shopify Rebellion. OpTic will break, and OpTic will grab that ball at back tower.
What a clean break, as you said, from OpTic. The timing on both the tires as well as bottom mid push, it looked so in sync, and my goodness, did it ever pay off. They're right back in the lead, and firmly doing so past the 40-point mark now.
Formal gets the first pick on the Frosty as well. It's interesting to see how OpTic actually set up, having grabbed that ball. They gave Shopify quite a lot of room to move on the map. All kind of turtled at the back of the tower. But by getting that first pick, now they can just hold that ball in PD. Formal's going to get his shields back pretty comfortably here. Royal 2 is going to be furthest up that could cause some problems. But he's taking damage as well, so it's a really good hold from OpTic.
Really good, and where's the pressure going to come? Finally, Frosty gets 1 pick, but look at all the time on the board. Frosty, however, with the camo, he can turn this round around, but they need to make it happen soon. 3 dead for OpTic.
I think Frosty knows where last player alive is. He's just waiting for those shields to come back. He doesn't want to trade with this camo. That's exactly what he manages to do. Shopify break, Shopify get the ball in their hands over at PD, and Frosty has a chance to make a big, big play.
Really nicely done. Gonna play the slow and pick up another one as well. Essentially the 5th kill on the rotation, if you will.
It's gonna be a fresh 4 dead. Renegade last alive, he's dead as well. They are cycling the spawns, and the Stalker Rifle doing damage here for last shot as well. Ball still in their hands, as they now close into around 15 points away from the score that OpTic have put on the board.
It's a really good point you make about Frosty making sure he doesn't come anywhere near trading with that camo, right? They knew exactly where Formal was, and they have continued to rack up the kills since 2v2 on the map on this push.
2v2, Royal 2 is going to challenge. Legend gets the finish, Cycle last alive. 3 dead on the side of Shopify Rebellion. Legend knows that. Make sure that he takes a route to get those shields back before he engages with Cycle, who is being somewhat of a nuisance. But in the end, it's going to be OpTic with almost a tie game here who get that odd ball back in their hands.
They really take their time once again with Cycle, and kind of a flip of the stage there, as we saw Frosty just do that, but they take their time now, and this will get them back in the lead. They were only up by 5, however, they are scoring yet again.
Really good shots there initially from Royal 2. I think a teammate from a teammate may have taken Royal 2 out in that situation. Legend now on the flank. He's found the Stalker rifle. He's going to try and move in on that Opal. G slides it back towards Tram. He knows where the remaining Shopify members are, and they're nowhere near where he is with this Opal.
Another great rotate from Legend, and it looks like a little bit of deja vu from round number 1 as he gets all the way into Tram right away. Knows some pressure might be coming here, but going to get a little bit of information at the top of driveway. Grenades will do, and he'll go ahead and challenge once again.
Camera just got picked up, I believe, by a member of Shopify Rebellion. Last shot was last alive, but he gets taken down.
Wow.
4 dead here for Shopify Rebellion. OpTic grabbed that ball, and a moment's away from being 1 up in the series.
And once again, want to rotate, like we said, they do exactly where they needed to be, and it was Legend who did it again as OpTic ticks down the second round.
Former will hold the ball. He will watch his teammates do the heavy lifting, and OpTic Gaming will take game number 1 here at our grand finals.